Hey guys, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we're actually talking about crashing an airplane. And we don't actually have to hack into the airplane or fly the airplanes ourselves to crash these things. We can simply affect the environment around us, and that is actually a subset of hacking, looking at ways to infect the environment or poison the environment around an object, or let's say an airplane or a car or something like that, to basically have a deleterious effect on said object, in this case an airplane. Now, if you're not familiar with the obstruction light control system, it's simply this. These are lights that are actually put onto structures, typically tall buildings, cell towers, and all of that, that alert planes visually that these towers are in the vicinity, and obviously the plane would ignore it. Now, these were actually exposed to the internet, and hackers could have literally gone in and turned these lights off. Now, the researcher that found this is a person named Amity Dan, and he was talking to Motherboard by Vice on this issue that he discovered. Dan found at least 46 control panels online for lighting systems, including Baltimore, Illinois, Texas, and Ontario, Canada. So pretty much all around the North American area. And basically, he said that he could have controlled these lights. Many of these lights look like, at least geographically, that they would have been on cell towers as well. So smaller planes that fly in that airspace, or bigger planes that are coming in for approach, if these towers were off, might have had a bit of a problem there. Now, one of the panels that Dan showed Motherboard actually included controls for the lighting, such as force day, force twilight, and force night, meaning he could have adjusted the brightness of the lights up and down, as well as turn them off. He alerted the FAA and the maker of the lights, Dialight, and part of the FAA's official response is, and I quote, "It appears that this vulnerability allows users to access the control panel of the obstruction light control system and provides controls to change the intensity of the light fixtures, turn them on, turn them off." And here we are. Now, I'm pretty sure I know where he found these. Basically, these lights are being run as an IoT system that were exposed by the internet, probably for easy remote control, and no real good security practices were put into place. This speaks to the bigger issue, is that when we are looking at such something as critical as, let's say, guidance for an airplane, even though it's not in the airplane, guidance includes lights on the ground, lights on buildings, lights on the runway strip, all this kind of stuff. And if we have the ability to get into these, we can change that environment and basically maybe fool a pilot into crashing a plane or coming in too hard, or anything else. I'm not a pilot. We also have problems with this in environmental issues in things like cars. Now, I'll give you this example. When the driverless car first came out and they were going through putting it through its paces, we were actually able to get that thing to go through a stop sign by simply obstructing the stop sign. The video recognition system could not read the stop sign, and so it just disobeyed traffic laws and blew right through the stop sign, or the intersection, as it actually should have stopped, because we obstructed its view. Now, this is a problem that we have. How do we combat things like this? Now, part of it in this case is, if you are running an IoT control system, we need good IoT infrastructure security. Places like the IoT Security Institute and other organizations are creating security frameworks to ensure that IoT management and control is locked down and protected from simply being able to, for lack of a better term, Google it on a particular website that a lot of cybersecurity researchers, myself included, use to find open IoT devices. But here we are. And so that is your news of the day. I think it's a little scary, if I'm being honest with you, but this is the world that we live in. And so if you are on an airplane, hopefully nobody is in the lighting system on the ground, and that is your news of the day. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, and please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, guys.